Welcome to IIM Shillong. Let's take a look at the admission criteria for PGP-MBA 2025 to 2027. If you have taken CAT 2024 and if you have gotten the requisite score, the very first step is that you will get the shortlist for PI. IIM Shillong only has PI in the part 2, and first you are going to receive an email from them on the basis of your composite score, which I will let you know how to calculate that. Second thing is you will have to fill an interview form which they will share, and then you have to upload that interview form properly on the website. When you do that properly and if it is fully filled, you will receive another communication that now you can come for PI. So wait until that communication, not your first communication. Of course, it is a given that the candidates who opted for IIM Shillong and CAT 24 are the only candidates who are eligible for the composite score calculation. So there is first thing, which is the minimum percentile requirement for the preliminary screening, which means if you are in any of these categories and you meet this criteria, then you are eligible for consideration. Consideration only. Whether you will get the PI call or not will depend on your composite score. Here, DA is differently abled, which is PWD. Then there is SC, ST, EWS. And then others basically means everything else, including the general category, right? So you can just pause the video and check the sectional cutoff for CAT. Let's take a look at the most important thing here. This document has given so many formulas. If you will look into the document, I've given the link in the very first slide. You might get amazed, but don't worry about that. I've tried to simplify that for you. So just take a look at the PPT and you are done. Composite score is an amalgamation of two things. One, CAT percentile, which has 65% of weightage, which means it is significant. Then this is called NARS, normalized application rating score, which has 35% of the weightage. Okay. What is this? Before calculating normalized, let's calculate ARS. ARS is a summation of your 10th score, 12th score and work experience score, which means for the calculation of your composite score, graduation score is not part of it, even if it was part of your initial eligibility, right? So just be aware of that. Here is the table for what score they are going to assign you for your ARS calculation. This is the table for 10th class. This is the table for 12th class with respect to their streams. Again, you can pause the video here and check your specific score. And here is the table for work experience. Like all the other IIMs that we have discussed so far, you can see that up to a particular level, the score will increase. In this case, it is 30 months. And after that, it gradually reduces. And in this case, it is 48 months. 12 fours are 48, which means after 4 years of work experience, you do not get any work experience score for IIM Shillong. How to calculate NARS? Your ARS divided by that average of top 50 ARS from the applicant's pool. This is how they calculate that. And what is this applicant's pool? The candidates who appear for CAT 24, of course, and apply to IIM Shillong. Now, when they calculate NARS and when they calculate the final score, they do this thing for all the academic disciplines that they have given in their file. So for engineering, it will be separate list. For non-engineering, it will be separate list. So there are, I think, 5-6 categories that they have given. You can check out those categories in that file. You can upload that very easily. It is there on, I think, last 2 pages or something. And another interesting thing about this is that once they calculate the shortlist, this is the kind of distribution they have allocated for the various category candidates. Now, this is only the shortlist. So 67% of all the applicants that they are going to call will fall in the general category or others category. 10% will be from the EWS category and so on. But this is not for the final one. Okay. Final one, of course, will comply Government of India regulations. This is just on the basis of their previous understanding that they have given you, a distribution of how many candidates they are going to call from various categories. Okay. So there are 7 academic categories, so you can check that out on the formula. The second step is, of course, the final merit list. These are the components. Again, you can see that PI and CAT score, these are the major components here. But important thing is that you must meet your minimum score in communication and overall PI on the basis of your category. So do check that, which means PI is something that you have to do well. Which means if you get 29 marks out of 100 marks and if you are in general category, then you will not get the final merit call. Anyway, these are the components. We have already discussed application rating score, then gender, male 0, others 10, and other thing we have already discussed. So yeah, that's all. And keep checking your email.